Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all for our Python skill development program. So I request the organizers to kindly give me the permission to share my screen.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
So let us start our session. Today we are going to look into another case study, that is a packet metadata fabrication, and we will see before that one module called as date time, right? If you want to work on the date and time, right? Today, suppose today is July 7th. The time is 4:50 now, right? In my machine. So how can I play with that kind of time from Python, right? There is a specific package for that. And why I am mentioning the datetime module today is because if you want to generate a packet, right, and see at what time it is originated and what time it is received. So we need the realistic time and date, right? For that we will see datetime module. So good evening everyone, and am I audible? Can I start this? Am I audible clearly? Okay, now let us start our session, right? Okay, now let us start. Now let us try to understand some primary concepts of datetime module. In Python, there is a module called as datetime. Datetime module in Python. All right. So by default, there is a package called as datetime. Another package is there called as a time, right? This is a different package. Time library is also available, is different from date time library. Both are there. We can use both at a time as well, right? Now, what is date time module all about? Let me see. Now, if you can see the first line, import date time. So everybody will now understand what is import date and time. Now, let me uncomment another part of the program. Let us see line by line of this particular program. Yeah, 1 second. Import date time. Inside date time, there is another sub library called as date time, right? Date time dot now. What exactly it does? Now let me come to the command prompt. Directly from my command prompt, directly from my command prompt, I want to type or know what is my system time. What is my system time? Not from the Python shell prompt, directly from the command prompt. Okay. Now let us see. Suppose if I say time, immediately it says the current time is. So enter the new time. I don't want to enter the new time, I am coming out. So time is already available in Windows machine. Suppose if I say date. So the current date is, from normal command prompt, we are able to get the time and date of the machine. Is there anything called as system time? No. Sys time. Yeah, that's fine. So we have something called as time and we have something called as date. The same thing will come in Python from the package date time. Voice problem. Is my voice has any problem? Am I not audible? How to come out of the new time? Press Ctrl C. Not audible. Okay, maybe from the receiving end, kindly increase your system volume or please use earphones. Yeah, I think it is from the receiving end. Maybe due to some network problem. Can I continue the class? Organizers, am I audible to you? Okay. So instead of entering the new time, press Ctrl C so that it will break and come out. Right? So here also press Ctrl button and C. You will immediately come out. All right. Now let me take a small screenshot so that I can share later. Clear the screen and clear the annotations. So in Python, datetime.now will give us the current time. Will give us the current time. Right? Now let us execute this program. Only 3 lines are there. Okay. Other lines we will see one by one. Datetime.now will give me the current system time. Now let us see this program. Py understand datetime.py. Now you see it gives year, month and date. So by default it gives me year hyphen month hyphen date space hours colon minutes colon seconds colon milliseconds. This is the by default format of date and time in Python, right? So let me write the same thing in the program as well. Default format of Python date and time is, this is the one. So YY means 2020, that character, right? Month MM07, date 09, hours, minutes, seconds and milliseconds. Any doubts in this? Breaking. I think some people in the receiving end there is a problem. Some participants are saying voice is very clear. So I request all the participants to kindly increase the volume or use your earphone. Maybe there is a problem with your network also, maybe, right? So can I continue? Okay. Now, there is another way of getting the time. There is another way of getting the time. That is by using the package time. By using the package time. So let me keep the date and time in comments, and then see here, time will give me the number of ticks in my machine. You know what is a clock tick, right? In a watch we say tick, right? So tick tick tick, that's the time. This is another way of getting it. You can see how many ticks happened in my system. So these are the means how many ticks happened. So don't try to understand that big value because my system is bought long back, so it is keep on running the system ticks. Now I can also use another thing called as time dot local time. Local time means my laptop's time only, right? Where it is actually connected. It is connected to network. Let us see what is local time giving. So I didn't save the program. Local time has one structure. Local time has one structure. What? Time underscore year equal to year 2020. Time underscore month equal to 7th month. Time equal to month day. M day means the day in a month is 9. Time hour. Exactly now my time is 5 o'clock. So 17. Time minute. When I executed, exactly I executed at 5 o'clock 29th second. So that's why minute is showing as 0. Now weekday 3. What is 3? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday 0, 1, 2, 3. It's also counting from 0. So weekday is 3. What is the day in my year? 191 day. Right? So I also forgot what is ISDST. I forgot. I will check and let you know. You can also search in any online resource. So the local time gives me the entire structure of how Python saves or manages the date and time. Any doubts here? Clock tick is from the beginning of my laptop, right? Suppose if you remove the battery, maybe it will start again. Why? Because as long as the battery is there, right, even if the battery is also out, there will be a small battery which actually runs the time. So from the day the laptop starts, that is the time. Now let us see another concept, right? So let me keep this in. Is it already available below? There is something called as calendar. There is one package called as calendar. Calendar gives the calendar. Whatever calendar you want, you will get. I was born in October 1982, right? That's why I want the month 1982 and year 1982, October. So I was born on October 19. It was Tuesday in the year 1982. So let me see whether it shows correct or not. Yes, 19th October is a Tuesday. Now you see, even if you want a calendar, you just use a package calendar. You are able to get the entire whatever year you want. Even if you want a future, I don't know how many future months it is coming, but it can give the future calendar also. It can give the future calendar also. So that means you can travel in the past, live in the present, and you can go to the future like Netflix dark web series, right? So jokes apart, that is another concept. Now let us try to understand some more concepts in date and time. By default, Python format is year, month, date. But in general, we write date, month, year. Correct or not? So can I change the default format of Python to my own format? We can change in our own format. So let us see how to change. I am defining my time format equal to my own time format. What I am giving, percentage D stands for date, percentage M, this is the syntax, right? Percentage M month, percentage Y year. So instead of year, month, date, I want, so here my format is date hyphen month hyphen year, after that hours colon minutes colon seconds. I don't want milliseconds, right? So I am defining a format. After defining a format, what you have to do is take the current time, which is the default Python time, and format it to your own format. For that, there is a method called as, let me copy that and show you. My system time equal to date time dot now. So it is going to give me the current system time. Then I am printing it default Python format, my system time. After that, what I am doing here, formatting the system managed, or not system managed, Python managed time, or I can say default Python date time format to our time format. How to do that? My system time dot, let me highlight, in line number 5 we are getting the system time in default Python format. Now that exact my system time I am calling in line number 8 dot there is a method, please see here, str f time, that means string format time. What is a string here? My time format is a string. See here, what is my time format? It is a string consisting of percentage D, percentage M, etc. etc. So take that string and format my time. That is strf time, string format time. Inside string format time, what we have to write? One second. Hold on. Let me clear the annotations and then take exactly my time format. Right. So the main concept here is the line which I highlighted right now. My system time my system time dot strf time my time format. Then it will convert the system time into our own time format, which is defined in line number 4. I already shared one Python tutorial. So many concepts are written inside the date time module of the Python tutorial. You can also go and check. Okay. Professor with registration number 211 already explained us that last one is daylight saving. So that is about daylight saving. Thank you for clarifying. What is the difference between daytime and time? Time has different methods like time dot sleep. It will ask the CPU to wait. But date time is only for date and time, nothing else. That is the main difference. Now, let us execute the program and see what is the output. Now you see, default Python format is this, and it has been converted to our own format. Any doubts still here? Any doubts still here? Okay. Now let us continue. There are some more formats of time. There are some more. So let me simply copy the format and show you. Second one we will see. Why I am explaining? Because this is required for the packet case study. Here I am giving, some people will write slash, and many people may not require the seconds, right? So this is another format. Now if you execute it, now you see 09 slash, only hours and minutes are coming. Similarly, let us see another time format. Sometimes we write only 2 digits in the year, right? So for that you have to use small y. If you observe, see all the time formats, I am going to give this program as it is. So capital Y gives 4-digit year, small y gives 2-digit year. I hope everybody understand. Now you see only 20 comes. 2020 will come as 20, the last 2 digits. 1982 will come as 82. All the time formats are predefined. I am not defining my thing, Professor Aruna madam. They are all predefined. What are the other formats? I am explaining you very few. Please go through the tutorials point which I shared. All other formats are also available. Now let me take one more. Only 2 more are there, and then we will go to the next topic. I wrote, instead of month, M, I wrote small b. I wrote small b. Now let us see what will come. Now you see, we all know we write a 3 alphabet month also. JUL, OCT, JAN, FEB, something like that, right? In case of small b, if I put capital B, entire month name is coming. July, October, January. So this is a simple introduction to date and time. Is it clear? Any doubts? Any more doubts? Shall I continue? Okay. One important topic in date and time is, can I select a date in the past or future? That is my next concept. Suppose if you want to select, suppose for example, you are trying to fabricate some customer e-commerce related data. Customer A bought an item in the month of January. Currently we are in July, but you want to fabricate a data by going to the past data. Nobody is going to have a future data, but you can go to the future also, right? But nobody will create today that tomorrow I am going to buy an item. Nobody is going to do that, but still. So can I select a date in the past or future from Python program? For example, there is a Windows utility. See here, 1 minute. Let me highlight. See here, there is a date and time. So if I go and double click on that, I am getting a calendar. So I can go to anything. I can go anywhere and select a date. Correct or not? Similarly, can I select or can I generate a date? What does small b stands for? Small b stands for a 3 alphabet month. January means Jan. Capital B, January. Right? So, one interesting question is asked by Professor Veera Raghavan sir. I never tried any other time zones other than our standard IST. So I am sorry, sir, I never tried it. So at this point of time, I may not be able to answer you. But I believe definitely there will be some more arguments if you pass it. Any country, any GMT, any other standard time also may come. Definitely there will be an option, but I never tried it. Okay. Now, can I select a date in the past or future? Okay, that's the topic. First, I will execute a program and then I will explain the program with the output in side by side so that you will immediately understand what is the logic in going back to the date, right? Select any date in range. Oh, sorry. Select any date. Okay, this is the program. I will explain you line by line. I will explain you line by line by executing the program and keeping the output in side by side. So py, select any date. So what exactly it is happening, let us see. Let me open the program also. This program gives us any date. What any date? Let us see. Okay. Now import date and time. So let me keep this above and the output below. Hold on, guys. Okay. Now let us try to understand line by line. So now everybody understands what is date time, what is date time, and what is random, right? So now let me explain you the code. I am calling a function, sorry, I have written a function select random timestamp. Select random timestamp. So that select random timestamp I am calling here. I think random package is not required here. I think this is not required, unnecessary. One second. Now, number of days equal to minus 180. That means I want to generate a day. Okay. I think random is required. Sorry. Random is required. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Random is required. Okay. I will explain. I want to generate a date which is in the past 180 days. That means I have to give a negative integer here. Minus 180 means from today it will go back to 180th day and then select something randomly. Are you able to understand line number 14? Any doubts? What is minus 180? Yeah, I realized random is required. I changed it. Okay. So minus 180 will Professor Arshia Parat Madam, I think this program will also answer your question. Minus 180. Suppose if you give plus 180, then it will go to the future 6 months. So usually we give only a negative value, right? Now select random timestamp. So immediately line number 15 will invoke the method. Line number 15 will call the function written in line number 3. Now what is happening in the function? The first thing is start equal to, that is the starting time, the current time equal to date time dot now. What I am printing? The current date and time is. So the first print statement prints the first message here. Now time difference equal to, time difference means you can also write x equal to, time difference equal to date time dot, there is a method called as time delta to calculate the difference. See here, time delta in this line. Let me highlight which line I am explaining. This is the one. Date time dot time delta, right? Number of days. What is number of days? Minus 180. So the time difference is, there is a print here. This second print is giving me exactly the delta is minus 180 days, 0 hours, 0 seconds and 0, sorry, hours, minutes, seconds. So exactly from today at 5:18, it is going back to minus 180 days. Where it is going? See here. What is the start time? Start time is today's time. What is the time difference? Minus 180. So if you add these two and save it in end, END, let me come. This is the line. End equal to start plus time difference. When I am printing the end, what it is printing? Everybody carefully observe. 2020 January 11. Time is exactly same. You see here the time is 5, 18, 13 milliseconds. So exactly it is going back and considering today and 180th day backwards. So from today, the 180th day backward is January 11, 2020. Any doubts still here? What is start, what is end, what is time difference? Let me come back to the chat. Any doubts still here? Okay. Somebody is asking to repeat. Okay, let me start. I am taking the current time. I am taking the current time. How I will get current time? Date time dot now. After that, I want to go back to a period, right? Where how I can calculate the time delta? See, time delta means the difference between the date and time. Time delta method takes the number of days. How many days? Minus 180. So date time dot time delta is giving me the time difference of 180 days. Backside minus 180 days means from today to backwards minus 180 number of days. Now, when I add start, what is start? Today's date. What is time difference? Minus 180. So it is getting the exact date and time. So start is highlighted here. Let me annotate so that it will be very easy for you. Let me highlight the end. End means backwards. You cannot see I am using start and end. You can also start use any other things, right? So today date when I executed the program is July 9, 2020, 5 o'clock 18th minute 13th second. Exactly it is going to minus 180 days backwards. Sorry, 180 days backwards. That is minus 180. It is January 1, sorry, January 11, exact hour, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Any more doubts? Okay. Two times Professor Ambedkar sir asked repeat. Sir Ambedkar sir, now is it clear, sir? Professor Ambedkar sir. Okay, it is clear. Thank you, Professor. Now let me clear the chat. Sorry, clear the annotations. So, starting is today, ending means my backward day. Now, I want to select some day in between July 9th, 2020 backwards January 11, 2020. So I need one of the day from 1 to minus 180. For that, I am generating a random dot random will give a random number and I am multiplying that with end minus start. It is giving me exactly, you see, past day equal to, if you are doing the end minus start into randomly one number, then it is giving me now minus 134 days. Randomly it gives. Random dot random. Somebody is asking, explain random dot random. Okay. It is giving some random number. It is giving some random number, right? Now, when you are actually multiplying that with a delta of my past date and today, it will give us the number of days automatically. When you are some multiplication factor, that's all. A random multiplication factor. A simple random multiplication factor, right? Now it is giving me the past day as minus 134 days, and it is giving some other time also because of the multiplication factor, right? That means we are going back to the range is today to backwards 180, and I am going to exactly 134th day in the backward, and then finally it is giving the 134th day and time, that is February 27. So from today I went backwards randomly, I selected a date in February, right? Any more doubts? Any more doubts? So random is a multiplication factor here, that's all. That means from Python, I can select any date in the past, any date in the future, right? So in general, nobody will select a future, because when we select something in a future and we can't use a data set. Suppose, for example, I give 60. I give positive number 60. Now let me execute the program. Now it is going to August 9th. The total period is 60 days, right? Don't get confused here. Unfortunately or fortunately, if you observe carefully, the current date is 7 is the July, 9th is the date, but very lucky or confusing, the Python has selected September 7. So it looks like 7 9 and 9 7 are swapped, right? In this, so that means from today 9th July, I am going to 60 days ahead. It is September 7th. In between, the multiplication factor has selected 30th day. So it is giving me August 9th. Any more doubts? Yes, sir. We can, Professor Suraj, we can go to any particular day also. Yes, we can go. That means you have to calculate exactly and give. You can go. See, when I am able to go to any date in the past, you can also go to any specific day, but you have to, sir, the above doubt, please. Start minus end won't work. Professor with registration number 81. Here end is the past date. So you have to give end minus start. You can't do start minus end. Sir, we are going to the past. So give the past date first and give the present day next. So in case if you have more clear clarifications, you yourself change and execute, sir. Everybody. So let us, can I go ahead now? Can I go ahead? If you want to change any variables, positions, I request the participants, you can also change. right? So now that is the second concept, right? Let us try to understand. Yes, Professor. Yeah, any can I continue? Yeah, Professor Arshia Bharat madam, please tell me your doubt. Can we execute the program for? Yeah, please complete your chat, madam. I am waiting for you. Professor, 180 days, 50. Ma'am, you have to go and explore. Yes, yes, yes. It is possible. It is possible. Kindly explore. See, I am showing one path, right? From there, see, I am able to go to randomly any date in the past. That means calculatively you can also go to a particular time. Definitely you can go. Instead of random, you have to give the exact multiplication factors, or you have to go and explore the more possibilities in date and time package. So can I continue? Sir, what about start date and end date, and the program shows the number of days? What about the start date and end date, and the program shows number of days? Okay, let me execute the program. It's a simple program only. Okay, let me execute again. Sorry, let me execute. See, it is showing the, I want to know the number of days between one date and another date. Okay. I request the participants to kindly explore, because now time is also running out. So because if you are stopping me in this itself, now I have to explain the MAC ID, I have to explain the conversion and packet data set, right? So because these are simple things that we can explore. I am extremely sorry, because we are also running out of time. So if I get stuck here, see, I showed you one basic thing. Actually, the confusion starts with negative value adding. There is no confusion, sir. Okay. Now let us continue. Now, forget about date, time, everything. When I type ipconfig, when I type ipconfig, I got the IP address. Everybody knows this. IP address can change, can change depending upon the type of the internet connectivity which I am obtaining. Right now, I am actually using my institute Ethernet wired connection. We say LAN. That's why it says 10, 14, 51, 65. I can also connect to my mobile tethering, then the IP address will change. IP address will change. But there is one physical address called as MAC address. There is a physical address called as MAC address. Let us see the concepts of MAC address now. Now, let us try to understand the MAC address. See, there are some layers in network. Everybody knows, like physical layer, application layer. If I think non-CSE people are there, so let me not talk about so many layers. Simple. There is a physical address for every network interface card. that is called as MAC, medium access control address, right? So to understand the MAC address, there is another command called as get MAC. See here, IP config gives me the IP address. Similarly, GET MAC, get MAC. Now you see physical address. For me, there is a chance for Wi-Fi, there is a chance for Ethernet port, there is a chance for my Bluetooth, right? So all those physical addresses are also coming. If you want more clarifications, if I type IP config, if I type IP config, now you see wireless LAN, media disconnected. I am not connected to wireless LAN. Bluetooth disconnected. Ethernet adapter connected. Are you able to understand? So for every different connectivity, there will be a physical address. So that's why getMac is giving me 3 different address. That is for a command from Windows operating system or any other operating system, right? Medium access control address, correct. It's medium access control address. Let us not talk about so much of network here because non-CSC background people are there. If they are completely from mechanical, civil or management, and unnecessarily I don't want to disturb them. So please don't ask so many network related chat related things, right? So MAC means medium access control. If I say there is a data link layer, inside data link layer there are 2 layers, MAC layer and logical link layer control, then people will run away from here. So don't worry, the physical address, this is the MAC address of my Wi-Fi. This is the MAC address of my Wi-Fi. So let me copy it. The second one is for my Wi-Fi, right? Let us obtain this Wi-Fi. By default, I can also obtain my Wi-Fi MAC address from Python. Okay, how to get it? How to get it? So what is a MAC? MAC is a universal unique identifier. IP address is also universal unique identifier. We say UUID. UUID means universally unique identifiers. Like what are UUID? IP address is a unique. MAC address is unique. So there is a module called as UUID which comes automatically with your Python. Which comes automatically with your Python. Okay. Now, 1 second. Let me comment everything and then I will explain you line by line. What is UUID module? UUID manages the universally unique identifiers. One such thing is MAC ID. One such thing is MAC ID. Okay. Now, come down. This is the output which we received. Correct? This is the output which we received when I type get MAC on our screen. Get MAC. Everybody observe carefully. The same output which we received is copy pasted in my program, right? As a multiple line comment. As a multiple line comment, I copy pasted it. Now let us try to understand, can I obtain the MAC ID from Python? We can obtain by using a method called as getNode, G-E-T-N-O-D-E, getNode, which is there in the UUID package library. Okay. Now forget about these lines. So what I mean to say is, suppose you can go to Python shell prompt, you can say import UUID, UUID, and then you can say print UUID dot get node. Immediately it is giving me some value. What get node will give? Get node will give MAC ID. Now everybody will get a doubt, a very genuine doubt. If I say get MAC, if I say get MAC, it is giving me MAC address in the form of hexadecimal value. Correct or not? It is a hexadecimal value. 0 to 9, A is 10, F is 15. I hope everybody knows what is hexadecimal, right? 16 symbols. 0 to 9, 10 to 15 are represented as A, B, C, D, E, F. Now, Python, MAC is a unique number. Yes, MAC is a unique number like IP address. Now let me try to help you. Get node. What get node will give? Get node in Python. Get node returns the MAC ID in the form of 15-digit integer. That's why you can see some number. It gives in the form of 15-digit integer. But what my Windows utility or my operating system is giving, it is giving all MAC addresses in the form of hexadecimal values. All MAC address means what? In my machine, first it is giving Ethernet one, second it is giving Wi-Fi, third it is giving me the Bluetooth one. Okay, but in Python it is giving the Wi-Fi. It is giving the Wi-Fi adapter. So I am explaining you one. If you want to explore, you please explore all other things. How to get the other MAC address also. Wi-Fi MAC ID. It returns Wi-Fi MAC ID. Now, how to believe whether 123658568936176 is 70-77 what I mean to say, how can I know that these two are same? I am saying these two are same, but I don't know. If I say both are same, nobody will believe me, right? So don't believe Nagaraju. Let us try to believe Python methods, right? Let me take the screenshot of this. Slowly, later I will share it with you people. Let me take the screenshot. Now let us clear the annotations and clear the screen. That's why I am using a method called as HEX. What method I am using? HEX. So what HEX will do? It will convert the integer into hexadecimal. What it will do? It will convert the integer into hexadecimal. Now let us see. Py. Now I will type getMac also. Now you see the first one, the first print statement in our line is a 15-digit integer. It's a 15-digit integer MAC ID. What is the next one? It's equivalent hexadecimal. It's equivalent hexadecimal. This one. This one is 15-digit integer MAC ID in hexadecimal format. Now you can believe to some extent that it looks like the below number. Let me highlight the below one also. See here 70778113 2A right? It also looks like the same thing. See here, the first 0x comes automatically. That is the hexadecimal representation. 0x is the representation of hexadecimal. That's why you can see, but only difference now is A, B, C, D are in capital letters, correct? And there is a hyphen after every two digits. 70 hyphen 77 hyphen. So now let us try to form the similar pattern by ourselves. Now let me also take the screenshot of this and let me clear all the annotations. It started raining heavily now. Let me open the program. I don't want the 0x because 0x is a by default representation. So what I am doing, take the MAC ID, that is uuid.getNode, convert it into hexadecimal. After that, replace method, replace 0x into nothing. That means it will simply remove 0x. Now let us execute. Step by step I am explaining. I am showing you the output so that people will become comfortable in understanding. Now you see the 0x is missing. Now get MAC. Now we reached almost the same concept other than small letter A, small letter F. But here capital letter A, capital letter F. Where exactly I am pointing, let me highlight and show you. 7070 7777 hyphen is missing. 8181 1313 2A 2A small letter is there. F0 F0. So it is matching, but what is missing? Hyphen is missing, hyphen is missing, and capital or uppercase alphabets are missing. So it is our responsibility. It will give only 15-digit integer. If you want to make that 15-digit integer looks like our operating system format, which is hexadecimal, like two integers or two values differentiated with hyphen. Now we have to manage. So let me take the print screen of this. Now clear the annotations. And now again I will explain. one more line for you, right? See here, print just hold on for a moment. My Mac ID, same thing. See, initially I started with conversion of hexadecimal. After that I used a replace. After replace I am using dot upper. That means all small alphabets will become capital alphabets. Now let me execute and see get Mac. Now everybody will appreciate we are coming slowly towards Python format to the operating system format. See here, first a 15-digit integer came, then it is converted to, this is integer. 1 second. An integer came, hexadecimal came, we removed the 0x and now we made the alphabets as capital. Now you see what is missing still. 1 minute, hold on. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. What is 1 2 3 4 here? 1 15-digit integer Mac ID from uuid.getNode, that is Python, right? What we have done in line number 2 in the print statement, converted hex format with 0x representation, right? That's a common one. 3, removed the standard, that is 0x, removed 0x, which is a simple notation in hexadecimal. Later converted to uppercase. Now what is missing? Hyphen between every two characters or value, you can say. After every two characters, hyphen is missing. Now let us form the hyphen also. Let me take the print screen of this so that I can share you later on. Clear the screen, clear the annotations and clear the screen. And now let us see one more level. Okay, one more level is the formatted Mac ID is, let me, instead of print, let me take the entire thing and save it in one small object. Instead of printing, what I am doing, Mac underscore hex equal to, that means Mac in hexadecimal equal to, what is that? Complete conversion and upper. The same max x I am using here inside the join method. What? Carefully observe. Join hyphen dot join means you have to join hyphen where inside the max underscore hex. Okay, for I, see here, exactly after two rows. That's why I am saying I colon I plus 2. That means after every two characters I have to add. From where to where I have to go? From 0 to 11. What is this 0 to 11? Let me show you the count. In getMac, count the things. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Total 12 symbols are coming for us. So start from 0, index starts from 0, go till 11, and skip means don't put immediately after every character. That means 0, 0 and 1. After that 2 and 4. After every 2 character, I have to keep. Right? So print formatted MAC ID. What I am going to achieve now, we are actually trying to understand the concept of getting the MAC ID from the Python and formatting it with my equivalent operating system format. Universally, it is not only Windows, universally it is acceptable in any operating system. Now let me print. Sorry, let me execute. Okay, there is one backslash coming here. So that's a mistake. There is no problem in the program. Let me type getMac also. Now let us see what exactly happens. Right? Initially, I got, this is a 5-step procedure, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-step procedure. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and step 5. Oh, sorry. Step 5. What is step 1? As I already told you, obtain, let me write in a different word. Obtain Python generated MAC ID. It will give 15-digit integer. Second, convert to hexadecimal. How? By using hex method. 3, replace the string 0x, not ox, 0x with simple nothing. With nothing. Nothing means simply gives in 2 quotes. 4, convert to uppercase. 5 is iterate every 2 values and join hyphen. That is hyphen. Now if you compare, let me exclusively highlight the format what we are getting, and the Wi-Fi MAC ID, it matches exactly. So what I am going to tell you is this 1236585 is not a junk value. It is the exact value of my MAC ID of Wi-Fi adapter. I don't know whether somebody will teach these concepts or not, but I always like to teach these kind of realistic concepts. Why I am teaching this? Suppose if you want to teach any computer networks, kindly teach this kind of program also. Whether they like Python or not, whether they know Python or not, I request all the faculty members to teach so that people will become very attentive. Right? Now I will come. Can we get Mac from OS module in Python? I think we may not get it, sir, because OS module is not, OS module is for, what do you say, for verifying the file, verifying the directory, going to change the path, renaming the file. OS is a different package, sir. It is not for the commands on the command prompt is done in the OS package. Take a screenshot. Yes. Which step is wired or Wi-Fi? Sir, by default it is giving Wi-Fi, sir, not the wired one. Okay, now let me take the screenshot. I will share the screenshot to you. Can I continue, guys? Now you may wonder, this guy told packet related thing, but this guy is explaining some all these things, the concept of date and time, the concept of generating a random time in the past, and the concept of MAC ID, I am going to use in my own data fabrication of packet metadata case study. That's why I explained all these concepts. Let me clear the annotations. So everybody take a 2-minute break here. Okay. Professor with registration number 179 is asking, OS is software and Mac is hardware address. 100%, sir. Your understanding is correct. OS is definitely a software and Mac is the physical address. That means hardware address. Yes. Everybody take a 2 to 3 minutes break and come back with a lot of energy, right? How can we say it is Wi-Fi MAC or Bluetooth MAC address? Because I verified in my system, that's why I am confidently saying, sir. Because I verified my system. So you can also go and verify and you will also understand that. Yeah. Please take a break of 2 minutes and come back. 2 to 3 minutes you can take. I hope the session is interesting today. Professor with registration number 27 is asking one question. Will you talk about the role of Python in data analytics and visualization by any chance? Professor with registration number 27, this Python workshop is not into the data science concepts. I think very soon, maybe tomorrow we will announce, maybe in the group, if organizers permits me, I am going to take one exclusive 5-day online FDP program on data handling and data visualization using Python from Monday in some other institute, right? Host is some other institute. If organizers permit me, I will give you the details of that FDP in the group, WhatsApp group, sir. But sorry, sir, I am not going to cover because this is not about data analytics and visualization. This is covering so many other aspects of it. Even if you see the brochure also, we didn't include the, because data analytics is entirely a different stream, sir. So let me take a 2-minute break and come back. All the participants, I am back. Am I audible? Yeah, let us talk about the workshop later because it is not ethical for me to discuss about some other workshops, right? Where I am the resource person. So let us discuss it offline. Yeah. So everybody is ready? Yes. So let me start again. Now I am going to show you, but promise me don't use this in any research work or any outside work, because we came to know that it is a 15-digit integer. If I pass a random 15-digit integer, it may create some thing called as MAC ID, right? We are not going to use it outside. Just for a practice purpose only, I am telling you again and again the concept what I am going to reveal to you now. Don't use outside and get caught, right? We should not do. This is only for academic learning purpose. I am explaining you one concept here, right? So what is the concept? As I want to fabricate my own data, I want to fabricate my own data. So what I am doing here, you see, I am passing one random number, integer number, and then generating the same concept. Same concept. Only thing is, instead of real MAC ID, I am only passing one 15-digit integer. Rest all the concept is same. Let me execute this program, right? Why I am generating the MAC ID? Because I want to use this in the packet metadata case study. Because I don't know all the MAC ID. Every packet will emerge from different MAC ID, right? It can be a router, it can be a hub, it can be a switch, it can be a laptop, it can be a mobile, it can be a desktop, it can be a small sensor. There are so many concepts where data can emerge in the form of a packet. So for that purpose, I want to, now you see, I am able to generate different MAC IDs. I am again requesting you, don't use this outside, only for your practice purpose, right? Outside means don't get caught, because these MAC IDs may really exist also. It's not my MAC ID, but you see, the power is by making use of the real concept and some creativity. This is some kind of creativity which I got, that okay, if there is a 15-digit integer, can I pass some 15-digit integer and get a MAC ID? Yes, you can get. That is this example. Any doubts in this? Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Okay, no doubts. Fine. Now let us start the concept of packet metadata case study. Packet metadata case study. Okay. The packet metadata case study is something like this. Packet metadata case study. Because see, why I am telling case study? If you learn some concepts and if you don't apply it in a program, then you will not use the concepts in any application. You will forget about that. But if you create your own case study, then what will happen? You will come to know the usage of different libraries, the methods available, and some kind of creativity, thought process, business logic, creativity will come, right? What is the packet case study says? Suppose packet A, or I will say packet 1001, for example, is the packet 1001. So how to do this? PACKET is a string, 1001 is an integer. Concatenate both of them by converting the 1001 integer into string, like student 1001. Now, sender. Who is the sender? I can say user underscore Mac ID. A user. User means only user. user underscore is a string. Mac ID, how to get Mac ID? We know, right? So user some Mac ID is a sender. Then packet originating time. That means this particular sender is sending a packet. Is sending a packet. What is packet originating time? System time. I can take some time, right? I can take some system time when the packet is originated. So it may be some system time. What kind of system time I will tell you. Then receiver. Who is the receiver? Definitely receiver is also having a MAC ID. For example, see, this is a simple example to bring all the concepts of date time, MAC ID, random concepts, everything, and preparing a simple case study, right? Receiver. Now, a sender sends a packet at one point of time and receiver receives the packet at packet reception time. Some time it will come. So this is also a system time. But can packet originating time and reception time can be same? It cannot be same. So you say this is t time t0, time t0. This can be t1 and t0 is not equal to t1, for example, right? Now every packet will have lifetime. What is the lifetime? Suppose in terms of seconds, for example 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Example, this packet lifetime is not a assumption concept. This is exactly equal to TTL. Suppose I don't want to confuse the non-CSE background. Time to live. This is a real parameter. TTL is the real packet parameter in computer networks. So that TTL I am taking as lifetime. Now, delta, I want the delta. What delta? T0, sorry, T1 minus T0. That means reception time minus originating time. Basically time delta. Then a condition. What condition? If delta is less than or equal to lifetime, what does it mean? Suppose packet travel time, that means latency. You can say latency of packet is suppose 5 seconds. Okay, let me write it later. 1 second. If delta is less than or equal to lifetime, accept the packet, else reject the packet. What is delta and what is lifetime? Now everybody knows. Suppose if delta, for example, packet packet 1001, right? started from somewhere. The latency is calculated in a program. Latency is 5 seconds. Lifetime is 3 seconds. Then reject. Example I am telling. This is what we are going to do in a program with some kind of data fabrication. Don't practice this in a research related things. This is only for our understanding purpose only. Right? Suppose if it is 5 seconds and lifetime is 10 seconds, then accept. This is the packet fabrication case study that we are going to see now. What is the metadata of a packet? The metadata of the packet is one second. What is the metadata of the packet? Packet ID, sender, ORG time, origination time, receiver, destination time or reception time, reception, received time, then time delta, then lifetime. This is the metadata of the packet. Is it clear now? If any doubts are there, kindly respond in the chat. Did you understand the packet metadata case study, what we are going to learn now? Let me take the screenshot of this. Okay. Now let us start the program. Like a student data set fabrication, we are going to understand the concepts of datetime package, random library, and some kind of taking the delta between the time, MAC ID concepts. So let us bring all together, and the packet data fabrication which I am going to explain you is not real, but we want to apply. See, when you are learning something, and if you don't apply it and create your own concept, then whatever you are learning will be in bits and pieces. Where exactly we will bring all together, right? What does lifetime of a packet mean technically? I will explain. Hussein, suppose in internet, you are sending some email. For example, due to some problem, the packet is simply roaming in the network, right? If there is no lifetime of a packet, what will happen? Lifelong, that packet will be roaming in between the sender and destination. Suppose if you are asking me a question now, sir, what does lifetime of a packet mean technically? The message is coming as a packet from your machine to my machine, from your Zoom application to my Zoom application. Suppose if due to some problem, it is not reaching me, how long it should roam in the network? That is called as TTL, time to live. Time to live. Suppose if time to live is not there in the computer networks, maybe when you go to Hussein, when you go to third year, you will learn computer networks. Then you will learn more nicely about all the things. If time to live is not there, what will happen? By chance, if the packet is not receiving the destination, they will be keep on roaming in the intermediary nodes only. So really in computer networks, if any packet stays more than the designated time to live, it will be killed, it will be ignored. And what will happen if a packet is ignored? Source will not get the acknowledgement because receiver is not getting the packet, so source will retransmit. Now, some people are asking another doubt. Packet transmission time less than lifetime of packet, as I understand that. Need not be. Professor Murthy sir, always the packet time, transmission time may not be less than lifetime. Sometimes, due to some network problems, the transmission time may take more than the lifetime also. That's why I am saying if it is more than, reject it. What does life, any delta time is, delta is the time to receive at the destination. Delta is the time difference between the origination time and the reception time. Any more doubts? Any more doubts? Can I start the program? Program is only 10 to 15 minutes only. It will not take much time because all the concepts I already explained to you. Program will take only 10 to 15 minutes. Right. Now let me take the screenshot, clear the annotations, and okay. The program name is write packet metadata into CSV file. What is the program name? Write packet metadata into CSV file. Okay. Now see, let us try to understand small concept one by one. I am defining one get MAC ID. I already explained you. Define MAC ID. I already explained you. So let me annotate and ask the participants if there is any doubt in the highlighted function. I already explained you this concept. Any doubts? No doubt, right? Now, what is get time? See, I am using different methods so that instead of writing everything in a single function, I am simply using two methods here, right? Now, what is get time? Get time method here is mentioned by me only. It is a user defined method. Simply, it will give me the current time. Now you see, what is get time? Date time dot now, and change that into my format. I already explained you what is the how to obtain the system time and how to format to my own time. Any doubts in this? Any doubts in line number 13 to 16? Let me annotate and highlight it. It is simply getting the current time and converting it to my format. Okay, no doubts. Doubt should not come because I already explained all the bits of pieces before explaining the program. Because people should first learn the concept and then automatically you can create a program which may look like difficult program if you don't know the concept. Right? It may be font increase. You please minimize the, yeah, I increased the font. Now let us see. Line number 19. What is the delimiter? We all know the delimiter what I am using is a simple comma because it is a comma separated value. Now I am asking the user to enter a CSV file name to write my packet metadata. What is the time format? I am giving one time format. Then you all know the context manager. I have explained you and you people are now well versed with how to write the context manager. What exactly the context manager is doing here? By opening the file in append mode, first I am writing the header. So any doubts in this highlighted code? The same concept which we used in writing the student metadata. Any doubts in this code? First I am verifying whether the file is available. If it is not available, then only write the header. Same concept. Here the header is changed. Sender, packet ID, receiver. Sender, packet ID, receiver. Like that I am just giving origination time, reception time. As I already told you the metadata. See, sender, packet ID, receiver, origination time, reception time, lifetime, delta, decision. Any doubts in the header? Line number 27 CSV is line number 27. Sir, CSV means import CSV, sir. Now you should not ask this doubt. CSV is library CSV. Yeah, no problem. No problem, no problem. Right? Now, see how nicely we can write a program. After that, now see, I am starting one ID. Suppose packet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Right? So, I am taking as 1. Observe carefully. I am taking ID as 1. But when I am creating the packet ID, I don't want packet 1. I want packet 1001. So what I am doing? See here. I am actually taking a value 1000 and adding the ID. So what will happen? 1 plus 1000, 1001. That I am creating. Directly also you can take 1001. Right? Are you any doubts in line number 30 and 36? Line number 30 and 36. Any doubts? Line number 30 and 36. Simply I took number 1, but finally when I am writing the packet, I want 1000 to be added. Okay, now thanks. Now let me clear the drawings. I am starting the loop. I want 50 packets. I want 50 packets. You can also create any number of packets, right? Now, random MAC ID equal to get MAC ID. What is get MAC ID method? I only defined the get MAC ID method. See here. 1 second. So get MAC ID in line number 32 will invoke. Okay, if I decrease the font, it is not visible. I hope everybody understand. Get MAC ID method will invoke the method and finally it will give me one random MAC ID. Line number 32 will invoke the method in line number 7. Now random MAC ID is the MAC ID in hexadecimal format with hyphen. What I am doing? Sender equal to, I am adding one string, user underscore, that MAC ID will come. Now, again I am calling one more time MAC ID and I am keeping it as receiver. Because I don't know what is the sender, what is the receiver. I am only creating a sender, I am only creating a receiver. Any doubts in line number 32, 33, 34, 35? Any doubts? No doubts. Very good. Now, what is line number 36 and 37? Okay, sorry, 36. Line number 36 is simply putting a packet ID as string PACKET 1001, 1002, 1003. So finally, when my loop is starting from 1 to 50, my packet ID will be 1001 to 1050. Any doubts in line number 36? No doubts. Now, you please pay attention for only 5 minutes now. It will be very clear. packet origination time equal to get time. Get time is a method written by us which will give me current time. So the current time will be origination time. Line number 37, I hope it is clear. After origination time, I am introducing the delay in time dot sleep. Let me now highlight and explain you. If I generate 2 times immediately, imagine line number 38 is not there. Imagine it is not there. Then if you execute 37 and 39, both times will come same. Only milliseconds difference will come. So to make it very realistic, what I am doing is I am introducing a delay. How to introduce a delay? Time dot sleep. Now, how many seconds I have to sleep? Randomly, I am selecting 1 second to 9 seconds. See here, random dot randint, sorry, random dot randint 1 comma 10. That means from 1 second to 10 second, one number will come. For example, random dot randint is giving 3. So it will wait for 3 seconds for packet 1. For packet 2, random dot randint may give 10. Then it will wait for 10 seconds. That means one packet is taking 3 seconds to travel. One packet is taking 10 seconds to travel. So it looks realistic. Are you able to understand why I am not directly taking sleep 1, 2, 3, 4? Instead of giving a direct number, I am again taking a random number from 1 to 10 to introduce random delay across different packets. Any doubts in line number 38? Any doubts in line number 38? Okay. Now, after introducing a delay, then I am again reading the time, current time. That means there will be a origination time, some delay, and reception time. Now I will take the time delta. How to take time delta? I will tell you now in line number 40. Okay, if I expand so much, it is crossing. Now let me highlight and clarify. Let me highlight how I am taking the delta, right? First, time delta is, suppose if 5 is a number, 3 is a number, 5 minus 3 is 2, immediately it will come. But here, there are two different times with the date. You cannot simply do minus. You cannot simply do minus. So what you have to do is, you have to use a method called as string parse time, strp time. You have to parse the time. Date time dot date time, you people know. What is date time dot date time? Parse time is available in date time library, sub library date time. What is parse time? A time you are parsing it into a string and then taking the delta. So what I am using, the line looks big. Let me divide the line and show you so that later you will not have any doubt, right? Let me break the line. Time delta equal to, and just a second. Now observe only the highlighted part so that it is visible clearly. Observe only the highlighted part but not the other lines. Basically, time delta equal to receive time minus origination time. You should not give origination time minus receiving because negative value will come. Because receiving time is always later than origination time, right? Simply you can't use minus. That's why what I am using time delta equal to date time dot string parse time my receiving time with my time format. My time format is defined already. You know what is the time format, right? Similarly, again minus date time date time string parse time origination time comma time format. Now it will give a time delta. It will give a time delta, right? Now, any doubts here? Because I am coming to the last part. What is parse time? See, it will convert the time format into a kind of string format, parsing the time, right? How can you directly subtract, sir? I am telling you, it is not an integer, it's time. Time will have date. I already explained, professor with registration number 81. How can you subtract? If it is a number 5 and number 3, you will say 5 minus 3. It will give 2. How can you simply minus two different times? It has date also, it has hours, minutes, seconds. Simply you can't do minus. Can you, can you can't do, sir. It's a very simple logic. You can't do two different, it's a time object, sir. Date and time object. You have to make it to a, parse it to a string and then only you have to do. Any more doubts? Any more doubts? Okay, let me continue. After getting the time delta, now let me make it into a single line, right? Because you people may not be able to see. Let me make it into a single line. Yeah. Now, time delta, if you want to print time delta, I can also print time delta for you, right? I think later you can also see because, 1 second. Our intention is not to print all those things. So if I keep on printing and all, it may take some time. Later, if you have any doubt, you go and type print delta and the type of time delta, right? Now, time delta is an delta object, time object of parse time. Total underscore seconds will automatically calculate the total seconds in between the two times. So I am taking it as a total second. Now once I get the total second, that is the delay. Simply what I am doing, I am only generating a lifetime randomly between 1 and 5. Simply. Then I am telling if lifetime is greater than lifetime, if lifetime is greater than total seconds, accept, otherwise reject. Decision. Now finally what I am doing? Write the sender into a CSV delimiter, packet ID delimiter, receiver delimiter. Everything I am writing, and finally that's it. My program is over. Now can I execute the program now? Now if you want to explore more, kindly please explore the concepts. See, because if we want to understand the capability of date time module, we can do so much of discussion, right? So at this point of time, this is a small creative thought which came into my mind, so that if I simply execute so many topics, explain so many topics, and there is no relation, we can bring out relation. And now let us execute this program, right? Let me execute this program. I hope it may work. Py, is there any CSV? Okay, there is a CSV. Let me delete that CSV. I am deleting because this is for some other practice purpose I used. So let me delete, right? And now the program will take little amount of time, because 50 packets, I am asking a delay of 1 to 10 seconds. So for each and every packet, the time difference, everything will come. So let us wait for that. And before the program is getting executed, I will explain you one more very interesting topic, a small topic before the program comes out. Sir, delta is approximately time sleep seconds. Yeah, delta is not approximate. Delta is exactly the difference of seconds between reception time and the origination time. Now, sir, both sender and receiver MAC is stored on same random MAC. Arshia Farat madam. Okay, let me open the file once. Let me open the file and I will show you, madam. Oh, sorry. Madam, I am calling get MAC ID, random MAC ID, but I am storing it in line number 33 as sender, again calling get MAC ID and getting another random ID and storing it in the receiver. Both are different, madam. What the lifetime contains? Random number, sir. Sir or madam, registration number 81. Professor, it is a simple, see here, it won't overlap. It will not overlap. Let us see. It will not overlap because the random method is so powerful. Perfect. Before overlapping, it is already written in two different variables. Perfect. No. Professor Arshia madam is asking, we are saving it, but what will happen if the random method gives the same random ID? Madam, random method is so powerful that it may not give you the same ID. It may not give, but there is a remote possibility that it may give the same ID also. For that, you can also improvise. I have that concept also. You can click, you can get a sender, receiver who is not a sender. For that, I have to write some more logic, which I don't want to do, right? So Professor, okay. Oh, Kapil Agarwal sir is 81. Sorry. Professor Kapil Agarwal sir, what the lifetime contains? Let me show you, sir. Lifetime is number of seconds in between 1 and 5. It is just a seconds, some number, sir. That's all. Any more doubts? Any more doubts? Okay. Now, let me execute it. Let me execute. Time is, we are running out of time, right? Py, write packet data, enter the CSV file name. So I can say SCET session 9 my own packet data dot CSV. Now it may take some time to execute. Why? Because every time we are asking for each and individual packet some time delay. Now let us minimize this because it may take some time, right? Don't bother because it is taking some time. Now I will open for discussion forum, right? I think one more concept is there, but I think better I will tell tomorrow, because one more concept if I start, then unnecessarily we may drag the, already I am taking almost 2.5 hours every day. I hats off to all the participants, patient and organizers patience, right? So if you have any doubt, you ask me now. I think I should have given only 10 packets data. Unnecessarily, I gave 50 packets. Okay, I will do one thing. To save some time, let me come out of the program, right? Come out of the program. Already, some packets might have come. So let me delete that and again only create only 10 packets, because how does it matter? The loop changes to 10 to 1000, also 1000 packets will come, right? So let me change the loop. Instead of, simply I will give 5 packets is enough, right? So let me execute the program and give the same name. Remember, I deleted the in between created file. Yeah. Thank you for your kind support. That you people are saying that I am having more patience, but yes, a teacher should have more patience. And I always believe, I will tell one, because it is still executing. In the year 2005, I was working as an assistant professor in Andhra Pradesh, one place called Bhadrachalam. I was a very young guy, only after my BTech, right? One small narration I will tell. One of my senior faculty in a teachers day function in the year 2005, September 5, 2005, he told, when some teachers day function is going on, so he came and told, there are two guitars, one guitar is having perfect procedure, strings, everything is perfect. Another guitar is there, the guitar is having a lot of dust, the guitar strings are torn out, one of the two, three guitars are gone. So he said, one of my senior, many people are coming and they are picking only the good guitar and they are playing the music and leaving it. But one person came, he didn't pick the good guitar. He took the guitar which is almost spoiled. He removed the dust, everything, he cleaned it, and he prepared the strings and rectified it and then played music. I didn't understand why he is telling guitar concept in Teachers' Day. Then he told the second person is a teacher. So if a great person comes, which and who understands everything, then my talent will not come. If some non-CSC people are there, a student is there, a doctorate faculty is there, if I am making everybody engaged and exciting kind of session, that gives me more value added for my teaching career. So I don't know whether you will agree with me. This is what I follow in my life. Okay, now let us see what kind of the packet is done. Okay, I didn't observe it. Okay, the packet CSV came. Now let us see the packet. And let me, now you see, it looks like real packet, right? There is a MAC ID of a user. There is exactly reception time. Unfortunately, all the packets are rejected. Why? Because the lifetime is small, but the delta is more. You can also change it, right? You can also change it. Let me just, don't consider that all packets are rejected. So let me close this. Don't save. Let me delete this SCET CSV, or let it be there. I will create one more CSV. Let me open the file. Just hold on for a minute. That's all. Let me create only two packets so that it will come more faster. And let me increase the lifetime. Instead of 1,5, I will say 1,50. So obviously both the packets will accept, right? Because the delay is maximum 10. And let me give, if more packets, if you create, accept also will come. Let me do one thing. Yeah, let me give both as 10. Now let me execute the file and say another CSV, another dot CSV. Now I will show the program, and after that, that's all. Thank you, Professor Arshia Farat Madam, that you acknowledge me that that is the example of the set story. Yeah, that day itself, it created an impact when I am a very young teacher after my BTech. Almost it is 15 years back. So that made me very gripping. So what is another .csv? Oh, here also reject is coming because the delta is more. Okay. Some kind of accept also should come, right? So let me again change something like, yeah, let me reduce the time delay. Another, or I will say sample.csv. Because I want to show you that message accept also, right? Sample.csv. Now you both are accepted. That means, see, if you are executing the program for more higher time, then accept, reject, everything will come. So that's it, guys. I really thank all the participants and especially the organizers, because without this quality conscious organizers, I think for me, there is no platform to interact with you. For you, there is no platform to interact with me. So the common personality, the institute is Swarnandhra College of Engineering and Technology Autonomous. Thank you all the organizers and thank you all the participants. Now I will stop my sharing. And now we will go. I think there will be no doubts, I think, yes, because I cleared all the doubts already. Yeah, that's it from my end.
Sir, very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Once again, thank you so much for your wonderful and marvelous and mind-blowing patience of you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We feel so proud, sir. Like your teachers are available in this session. Once again, I will thank God from our organization and we thank you wholeheartedly, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Naresh, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I thank all the participants. Thank you so much, all the participants.
So tomorrow's teaser in 1 minute. You want tomorrow's teaser, right? What is going to happen tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, okay. Within 1 minute, I will show Vamsi sir. 1 minute, I will just show one screenshot.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tomorrow's teaser is everybody know caching concept in operating system. Caching concept in operating system. What is caching concept? It is very simple. Nagaraju likes apple. You know that Nagaraju like apple. So whenever you are calling me to your house, you will bring already some kind of apples and keep it, expecting Nagaraju may ask apple. If apple is available, if I am asking apple, instead of you going to a market and bringing apple, you will immediately take from the refrigerator and give to me. I will be very happy. Right? That concept is called as caching. I am going to show you in real time how to implement a caching concept by simulating a concept called as video sharing scenario. For example, a Rajinikanth movie came in South India. Most likely, people from South India may watch South India, that Rajinikanth movie. Not only because Rajinikanth is a pan-India guy. So let me take some other example. A local regional movie came, suppose from Andhra Pradesh. So most likely North India or Northeast India may not see, but the people like YouTube, Prime Video, Hotstar, what they will do, whenever a new movie comes, they will keep those movie clones in a very nearby system so that the latency of getting the movie from far away data center will reduce a lot. Such kind of a small concept I am going to use, and just give me 1 minute time. I want to show you one second. Let me stop sharing. I will show one screenshot. I don't know exactly where it is stored. I will just show one screenshot and I will leave the session. It's already, I think, past. I want to just show one screenshot, right? So, I think it is taking delay. Okay, let us not wait for the screenshot because you people are already done. Okay, tomorrow we are going to see in real time. I will take one video concept. Suppose one user, one is asking a video. The video is video number 3. First, I will search whether video 3 is available in cache table. If it is available, I will say, okay, it is available in cache table, take it. There is no video, only metadata. Suppose if it is not there, I will go to the main table and fetch the thing. And cache has limited size. Suppose 3 videos only cache can happen. There are 10 videos and there are 3 videos in cache. If it is not available in cache, I have to bring from the main video and keep it in cache, but cache is full. So something I have to remove. Which one to remove? Those concepts we will see tomorrow. Right? Thank you. Can I leave the meeting, sir? Can I leave the meeting now? Thank you all. Thank you, organizers.
Sir, once again, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.